Hello, 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 beautiful people and wonderful minds. Welcome to my channel. So, I'm a mindfulness coach. My name is Yogesh Dhruv, and I welcome everyone here. So, I'm very excited for the topic today. So, I have been, producing this videos for many months now, and I am really excited for the topic today. So but before we dive in, I wanted to thank everybody for being here and watching this video, and just to remind you that if you like this video or this content, if it is beneficial to you, then please subscribe to my channel, and you will get an updated videos and all the live content, and it will be notified to you. So please remember to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so let's dive in today. And so today's topic is how I turned around relational relational vows with a customer. So just to recreate, the topic today is how I turned around relational vows with a customer. Now, maybe pronunciation is maybe not correct for the vows. It's like a trouble or distress or any issues. So, how did I turn around those issues or any kind of trouble or some kind of a distress with a customer? So that is the topic for today. Okay, so interesting topic. So let me tell you that I have been doing business for many years, almost 30 years now, probably 30 plus years, and I am a qualified engineer. So I've done my mechanical engineering, and then I started went to some industry as a trainee engineer, and then of course joined my family business. So my father invited me into this business to join his business, and then I joined. And then once you are in that business as a family, you most of the time you continue, and there is no exit. Normally there is no exit because you are part of that business, and that family legacy continues. So you continue in that trend, and then maybe the next generation. So my business, like, it's my father who started the business 50 plus years, and then I joined, uh, and then my brother joined, and now I have my nephew and my daughter, and all those people are also in the same business. So it is a three generations, so the multi-generational business, and so we are growing there. So that's just to give you a background. So what happened is that just to give you my one experience, that we are in that construction industry, and also supplying to all the waterworks industry. So one of our customer, one of the large, like, very big account, he had some non-performance of our product in the field, and so he got some claim, like a quality claim, because of the non installation of the product in the field. And so he came up with a claim because his customer come with the claim, and that was a big amount. So he came up and said, "Hey, man, what's going on? Why your product is failing?" And well, we had to, there were some disputes and conflicts and disagreements between both of us, both the companies, and so there were kind of a disconnect there. And so there was some kind of relational issues, and there was some trouble, and so it was not resolving. And so I was like kind of worried and in anxiety and stress. So to tell you that the how I turned around, that is really a kind of a challenge for me. So what I did is, because I have learned this mindfulness technique, so I immediately, the first thing, as I was going through this kind of trouble and distress and all those kind of issues with the customer, I just went into that my silence. That every time, that's what I do is just go into the silence. So I just sit down in a quiet room and then practice mindfulness, the meditation. So when I go into that silence, the as I told you before, probably the mind, there, there are different waves. So there are brain waves. So your brain, normally when you are active, your analytical mind is always in the high beta. So it is in that high beta brain waves. So there are different patterns of the brain waves. So you are in high beta when you are thinking and making all the analysis and all those kind of decisions in through your analytical mind. So I was in that high beta, but the moment I sit down in a quiet room, being in that silence, being in that non-doing, instead of doing, I'm just quieting and slowing down my mind, my analytical, ability of brain functioning. The beta waves, which is very high frequency, goes down to alpha. So from beta to alpha, and then from alpha, it slows down further to theta. So theta is even slower frequency. So your brain is functioning in a very slower wavelengths compared to beta. So it is slowing down, and that is a meditative state when you are more into that transitioning phase, and you are not in high frequencies. So you are very slow down. The mind also slows down, and that time, your mind is in that reflection. You are in that state where you are in the reflective state. So I did that, and then I realized that there are two states of mind. So this is what I discovered, doing this techniques for a couple of days or maybe weeks. I realized and I discovered that there are two states of mind. So human beings live in two states of mind. So one is a survival mode, and another one is a creation mode. So the survival state of mind means living in a stress and being out of balance. So you are in stress and you are not in balance. See, you are not in balance. You are like too much in stress, too much in survival mode. So that state is survival mode. Now there are three types of stresses. So the first one, so there are three types of stress. So first one is a physical stress, second one is a chemical stress, and the third one is emotional stress. So physical stress, chemical stress, and then emotional stress. Now these three stresses are really, these three different type of stresses uh, are are bothering you, because you are in that state where you are overwhelmed. So if I explain you the physical stress, so physical stress refers that your body is having some kind of strain or some injury. So it includes things like overexertion during exercise, or repetitive motion injuries, or some accidents that can cause physical trauma. Now that's a physical stress. Now chemical stress is when when your body is under biochemical imbalance. So there are there is some biochemical uh, exposure happens. These stressors can include exposures to toxins, pollution, drugs, or even internal imbalances such as hormonal fluctuations. There are some hormonal fluctuations in the body. So this is all chemical stress. So that's the chemical stress. And the third one is emotional stress. Now, emotional stress is a psychological response to events or circumstances that are perceived as threatening, so challenging or overwhelming. It can stem from various sources such as work pressure, relationship issues, financial worries, or even major life changes. So emotional stress can manifest in feelings of anxiety, sadness, anger, frustration, and it can also have physical effects on the body. So see, these three stresses are really causing a lot of strain, constraints on the body and mind. So these are the stresses. And now you see, so if the bodies, our bodies or human beings can tolerate short-term stress. So for a short period, if you are having the stress, you can tolerate it. So body is like capable to handle them. However, when you are stuck in stress for a long term, when you are in a long term stress, then you are headed toward a disease, since there is no room for your body to get into the growth and repair mode in this state. So that is a chronic disease situation. So most adult onset conditions are immune and caused by stress. So for example, if you have a digestive issues, your body will not digest your food no matter how healthy you eat. If you are stuck in fight or flight rather than rest and digest. So on the contrary, the creation state of mind is where you create, you grow and repair. So if your thoughts can make you sick, it is also possible that they can make you well. So in the creative mode, you will feel gratitude, love, joy, inspiration, peace, that inner peace, wholeness, knowingness, presence, and empowerment. So, see, if you are in a survival mode, you will feel doubt, fear, anger, insecurities, anxiety, judgment, competition, sadness, guilt, shame, and depression. So, see, these are the two states of mind. I discovered that, man, if you are in that survival mode, then you are stressed, you are in contraction, you are in imbalance, you are out of balance, you are in breakdown, your energy is lost, you are in sadness and fear and anger, incoherence. You are not in coherence. Your heart and the brain, they are not in coherence. The body is not in coherence with your energy. So that incoherence, and then there are limited possibilities. So that is a survival mind, and that is really, really, very painful and also overwhelming. Now I discovered, when I was doing that my mindfulness technique, the meditation, and being in that silence, being in that non-doing, instead of doing, it's non-doing, and being in that, um, in those theta brainwave pattern, that state, your mind is in the creation mode. So when you say creation, that means you are in expansion, you are in health, not in disease. You are in love, you are in joy, instead of, you are in fear and anger. So love, joy, trust, you trust other people, your customer, your friends, your family. You are in love with them, you really trust them, and your energy is created. So you are it's not energy loss. You are creating new energy, you are creating new vibrations, you are creating those expansion and freedom. You are connected, you are not separate. You are connected to everyone, your customers, your staff members, your team members, your associates, your family, everybody. You are connected, you are one, you see. And the coherence, there is very good coherence between your heart, with your heart, your mind, your body, and with the universe, with everyone around you. So you are in coherence, you are in balance, you are in all the possibilities. You are not limited. You are like, expanding yourself into all the different possibilities. There are infinite possibilities when you are in that creation mode, in that expansion and love, joy. So it is so beautiful, right? It's so beautiful. So the moment I discovered these two states of mind, one is survival and another one is creation. So creation, what would you like to do? You create, you grow, you repair, you create all the new possibilities, infinite possibilities, and new opportunities, new reality. You become a new reality, you become a new self. So all that is possible in this creation mode. So the moment I realized that, and I got that insight after doing my mindfulness practice, and then I was going through that same customer's issue of claim, and I was we were worried about how much. I mean, it's a big dollar amount. for both the companies, and none of them can really, can afford it. So I came up with this creation mode, expansion mode, in regeneration mode, from that survival to creation. And then new ideas came, new opportunities opened up, new possibilities were created. And we had a very nice, immediately said, okay, let's have a conversation. So we planned, like scheduled a meeting with all the key people in the customer side, and then some key people from our company. So we both had a good con you know uh, conversation, a meeting scheduled. We talked for more than an hour, you know went from one to one, all those topics and all the points were discussed. We all understood each other and said, yes, we are ready to get connected. We are all ready to be, selfless. We want to expand your business. We want to make sure that, you are getting the value and worth of your money, and we will support you. We are here to back you up. So you support your customer and we support you. So we came to a very amicable, good solution. And then definitely, it was a win-win for both the parties. And, you know, we started again. And over a couple of weeks after, slowly, the whole issue was resolved. That customer was happy to find the solution, and we were happy. We had very good relationship now. So before, we had a good relationship, but because of this incident happened, that claim happened, and so there were some, like, couple of months we had trouble, but we repaired it, created new possibilities, and that customer is really happy now. So we have a even stronger relationship now. So we really, got so much good. We resolved the issue, and turned around the relationship, you know trouble. So that was one incident. And then give you another incident also, with another customer, the same thing. We designed the product as per their drawings, and somehow the product was failing. It was not fitting correctly, and there was an issue there. Actually, it was a design which was supplied by the customer, and they did not did a correct uh, you know analysis of the drawings and the tolerances. So it was an engineering product. So ultimately, he was unhappy about the product, and he had paid for all the toolings and the mold costs and everything, and it was not working, so he was not happy. But again, same thing. We were, like, he was coming up with all that distrust, and all that kind of stress, and fear and anger. And we came from creation mode. So the moment I switched from the survival to the creation mode, and all our team members also agreed, we went into that creative mode, and then we went into that regeneration, being in that love, being in that joy, being in the trust and coherence. And then it was like all these new possibilities were created. So once you create the new possibilities and new opportunities, you cross the river of change. And the moment you change from that survival mode into the creation mode, your state of mind is jumping into the completely new world, new possibilities, and the new realities. And once you create those new possibilities, the whole world changes, the relationship changes. You create such a freedom in expansion in yourself, in your staff members, in your team members, in your customers, in vendors, everybody. And things really come up with such a fantastic way that it becomes like a miracle. It is such a miracle that you never thought about it, that, oh man, how could that be changed? So it really happened. That customer also, we had a very nice conversation, and over a period of time, of course, it took a couple of weeks or more than a month to come to an agreement of whatever was that, you know uh, disagreement, or whatever that trouble of relationship was there, some distress was there, and all that, so that all could be eliminated, and we could settle everything, and he was happy. So, see, I mean, you can definitely completely transform these kind of issues and distress with your customer and turn it around, so that that relationship becomes from trouble, distress, or anger and upset, to more trustworthy, more friendly, and happier relationship, with joy, with love, with more inner peace. So that is possible, and I have done it many times now. Every time things happen, and then we turn it around. So keep in mind, these two states of mind, that's normal. Every human being goes through in their life. But see and observe yourself, your state of mind, and see how you can change it, how you can transform this, your state of mind, from survival to creation, from that stress to expansion, from contraction to health, regeneration, love, and joy and trust. So, if you can learn this technique, then it is so easy to change and transform any of these kind of issues, whether it is customer, whether it is your personal relationship with your friends, your spouses, with your colleagues, with your staff members, with your friend, family, anywhere. You can apply this technique anywhere, and it will be so wonderful that you will enjoy, and have really a big benefit in your relationship. So, just to summarize, that this is a very good technique, and how you can handle the state of mind is the key. So please, use this technique. I am using it many times, and I got some great results in my life, in our business, in our relationships. And if I can do it, you can do it. So why not? Yeah, please try it out, and let me know if you have any comments, any feedback. And you know also, so yeah, again, please remember to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, if you are get benefit out of this content, then please subscribe to the channel. And one last thing before we wrap up today is, I want to offer you that if you would like to have, work with me as a mindfulness coach in your life, then you can book me through my website, You can book a Calendly call. So you can book a discovery call, and we can have a free consultation where we can go deep dive into your personal situation and then work into the program. So please feel free to have a discovery call, and we can work in that specific situations. Okay. All right. So thank you again for watching this video and being part of this journey with me. And yeah, so we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and you have a great day.